Hello buddies, and welcome back to this masterclass for the beginner in Python programming language. So remember guys, in the previous lesson we learned about on how to work with set, and today we're going to learn on how to access sets and also maybe to add some item in it. Here's your guy once again, the Wolf, and without much ado, let's get started. Okay, welcome once again. So let's start by this. So I'll create a file here, and maybe I should use this one because I don't need to create another one. So this is already a set here. Okay, one thing that you need to notice is that you cannot access an item in a set by referring to an index or a key. So but you can also, the only way to do that, to access items, you can look through the set item using maybe a for loop, or ask if a specified value is present in a set by either using in keyword. So let's do that. We love talking a lot more. So I have this set here. Let me just add more fruits in here. So I will have to add, let's say, avocado. So, and remember, it should be in a double quote. So avocado, and we'll maybe add one more. I'll add guava, like that. Okay, so I have a set here of 4 fruits, right? 4 items. So I use the constructor. Let me just remove this constructor here. This was a set constructor. So let me just create with the curly braces and remove this bracket here. Put these curly braces here. So I'm just going to use a for loop to loop through the set, and and I will use the keyword in to find a certain keyword there. So I'll just write for x by a fruit that we don't know, for n fruits, so we name it x. In this container we just call the set, this one here. Control copy and just paste here. From here now, so I'm checking for certain fruits in this set. So can I print them all? Because I'm going to look through all of them and print out all. So print, using the function print, I'm going to print x. So this is simply like this set, which is a variable, has these items. So I'm using a for loop to check in each of these items. I'm going to print them out. So let me just do this, run this. No, I think I'm running a wrong class. Okay, let me just run the current file. So I'm looping through the list, the set, and printing them out. It's still running, I don't know. Yeah, it's running here. So here we have all of them. So that's how we can access the set by maybe using a for loop. Again, we can check, for example, if banana is present in the set. How can we do that? So we just use the same. Let me show you how we do this. So here I'm just going to delete this for loop here, and now I just want to print out. Just simply just do this banana, and remember, if you misspell this, it's not going to work. It's case sensitive. Copy this, just paste here, and then from here you can now use in keyword this. So we are checking whether banana is in this list, this set. I don't know why I'm gonna keep on mentioning list, because this was the previous list. There we go. And then now I can just, this is indentation here. So let's run this and see what we have. So this is checking whether banana is in the set. What's the answer? True. So we have the answer here, true, meaning it's true. But if it's not there, it's going to be false. For example, let me just mispronounce this, and then again run. You see, there is a false because there is nothing like banana. Again, to check if banana is not present in the set, how can we do that? So again, we just write like this to check whether it's not in the set. So here we banana. Again, now I am not going to use the in here. Okay, of course I'm going to use this. Just wait in this set. That would be false because it's there. Yeah, you see. Again, let's see on how we can change items. That will be a miracle if you ever change one. So once a set is created, you cannot change it items, but you can add new items. So again, let's see on how we can add set items. So let's see how to do that. Before that, once you set the set is created, you cannot change its item, but you can add new item. So let's see on how we can add an item. So to add an item in a set, we use a method called add. So simply it's like this. So we have this list over here. Let me just remove this one. Maybe I just want to add this cut off like this. So to add, you just pick this set, control copy, and we just paste down here. So I have this set, then I'm going to press dot, so meaning I want to access the set, one of the methods, and I'm going to use this method here called add. And you can see that we have a couple of methods here that you can leverage to do whatever you want to do. So but as of now, I just want to use this one here called add. So it's add an element. So to add an element, I just want to add that which I deleted. So it was whoever. So whoever, something like that. So if I print this set, I'm going to get whoever already added in the set. So let me just print out this set. Okay, you see. So let me print this, and you can see we have whoever here in index. Actually, it wasn't in the last here, so it means that sets are not arranged. Okay. Again, let's see on how to update. You see. So to update, it's actually to add sets. So to add item from another set into the current set, we use update method. So for example, just imagine that we have two sets here. So we can update the current one by using an update method. Let's do it. So I'm just going to create such a, maybe just going to create another set here. Let me just call it tropical, and I should have some items. So I can have, let's say, mango, and then I can have something like again cherry, and something like that. So I just want to take this set from tropical and add to this set over here. So to do this, I use the method called update. So let me just come down again. So pick this set, control copy, and again paste it here. And so I can dot. So you can see we have another method here. We have discard, update, clear. So I just want to use this update, and then I can now put in the tropical. So if I print this set, I will get all these items in. So let me just run this and find out. So you can see we have them all in one set here. Again, let's see on how we can add an iterable here. So the object in the update method does not have to be a set. So it can be an iterable object like a tuple, a list, a dictionary. So let's see on how to add element of a list to a set. So let's say we have a list here. So we just wanted to take an element from a list and then add it into a tuple, right? I mean in a set. So okay, so let me have this set here, and a list. To change this to a list, just remember you just remove these curly braces, and then you add square bracket. So square bracket is a list. That's how you create a list. So I just want to pick this element from this list and then add them in a set. So again, I'm going to use this update. So I can pick this my tropical again, which is a list. Let's call this list my list because it's a list now. So let me copy this list and update the set. So if I print this out, let's see whether we have these fruits. Yeah, you can see. So we have picked an element from a set and then we added in from a set, from a list, and we added to a list. So again, lastly guys, let's see on how we can remove items from a set. Okay, so to remove an item, we use a remove method or the discard method. So we want to remove this. Let's remove this. So we use this method here, and let me just delete this first of all. Again, now pick this, control Z, control copy, control V, and then we use the method remove. You see the method is already here. So what do I want to remove? Let me say I want to remove these apples. Let me just remove avocado. Okay, whatever, you can remove everything. Copy that and then remove that. So let's print this set, to see whether there is some apples there. You can see there is no apple in there. So lastly guys, you need to notice that if the item to remove does not exist, remove method will raise an error. For example, if I remove something which is not in here, there will be rising a terrible error. So let's use another method which is called discard. Let's see what we can do with that. So again, I have this set here. Let me just discard. Yeah, the discard method is here, and let's see, run that, and again you can see we can use that to remove. So if the item to remove does not exist, the discard also will not raise an error. So it's good that you use the discard method, because if the item is not there, there will not be an error. For example, let me just assume that I remove this and see whether there is an error, right? So run this. You see there's no error there because But again, let's see this to remove, whether there will be an error. You see, so there is an error there. So it's good to use that. So you can also use the pop method to remove an item, but this method will remove a random item, so you cannot be sure what item that gets removed. So the return value of the pop method is the removed item. So let's see on how we can remove a random item by using a pop method. So again, we have this. Let me just get this back. Control. Let me just cut this. Paste over there. Again, let me just now use the pop method here. Dot pop. You say that this is random, right? So if I print this, let's see what will be removed at this time. So there is apples were removed, right? Yeah, apples were removed. Let's see the next time what will be removed. Yeah, you see, yeah, it's random. So not that the set are unordered. This set that we have here, it's unordered, so you cannot actually refer by using index. So when using the pop method, you do not know which item that gets removed because they are unordered. Again, let's see an example by using a clear method which empties the set. So I can come back here again and clear. You see, clear method is there. If I run this, I will clear all the floats. You see, the set has nothing now. Nothing is in here. So let's again do with the delete keyword, which will delete the set completely. So this actually cleared, but this one, the delete is going to delete the set completely. So I can say remove this first, this set. Then if I add the delete keyword here, and yeah, you see already it's giving some error. Not error, this indentation. Just run this. You see the set is not there. It's an error, purely an error. So that is it for today, guys, and hope that you learned something from this lesson. And thank you so much for watching this. See you in the next lesson. Bye bye.